I'm getting close to the bottom of the potatoes, I guess. After this particular reveal, there are 4 more containers. In my last potato reveal, I thought I had found the potato seed, potato berry, whatever, that was growing on a vine that I showed earlier this summer. Now I'm thinking that must have been a small potato, because this is definitely the potato tomato or whatever. I may cut that open just to see the seeds in it, but I won't be trying to grow it. It takes several years from my understanding. What I'm going to empty out today is Nicola, and I had 1 seed potato, this variety. The write-up says it is long to oval shaped with a rich yellow skin and yellow waxy flesh. Excellent for salads or boiled, or wonderful for mash, and also excellent for baked potatoes or roasted potatoes. Originally from West Germany, now widely grown around the world. So that's a nice little write-up on Nicola. We'll see what it looks like. The waxy flesh sort of concerns me. I had a fingerling potato that I grew a number of years ago, and it was described as being waxy. I think it was called a banana potato, or fingerling banana. Anyway, waxy is not what I would call it. It could not be cooked. It was always sort of tough. These, I don't think there's going to be many as usual, but nice looking potato. Huh, that's a big one. Good size. It's interested me lately with my reveals. I'm not finding the seed potato. They seem to have rotted away, decomposed to nothing. There's 2 varieties now that I've got into, but I don't see the seed potato. They're not a big haul, but they are a few small ones, but they're decent size potato. No blemishes of any kind. So I'll give them a try, and I'll weigh those when I get back to the house and put the weight on the screen here. Well, it's been a week to 10 days since I did a potato reveal, even though this one is coming on the video, I guess, right after the last one. The last ones that I did, as you just saw, was Nicola, and that's another variety that I'm going to add to my order for next year. I really liked them. They were a nice potato, decent size, decent yield, considering there was only 1 seed potato there, and I cooked them several different ways, steamed, boiled, and baked, and they performed well under all those circumstances. A slightly yellow flesh, sort of like a Yukon Gold, I guess, but they will be ordered for next year. So now I have 3 varieties: Roko, Nicola, and the Linzer Delikatess that will be in my potato order for next year. These are Shepody, and the write-up on Shepody says long tubers, white skin, white moist flesh, medium deep eyes, excellent tasting potato, excellent for boiling, baking, or french fries, and some resistance to rhizocotonia, which I have not heard of before until I started reading these, and the common name for that is called black scurf. I don't think I've ever had black scurf, and don't think I want it, but there are 4 seed potatoes in this, which already I'm thinking that means there won't be many potatoes. I seem to do much better in these grow pots with 1 seed potato. There's a lump there that must be a potato, I guess. Ooh! Maybe I spoke too soon. It was 4 seed potatoes, but nevertheless it's looking fairly decent. There's one of the old seed potatoes there. our forecast for the next few days is, well, there are two varying forecasts. Always seems to be the condition here. Some say we're just going to have milder weather, but a couple of the forecasts are saying that we could finally get our first killing frost. Not for this exact area, but for areas not far away from here, they're predicting as low as -5. So when it gets -5, not too far away from here, it'll probably be down close to 0 here. So that frost is not too far away. I have 3 containers, 3 of the smart pots left to harvest after this one. So if we do get a night where it's really going to get cold, I'll move them into the hoop post to keep them. One of the varieties I still haven't, well, I've emptied one pot of Cara, but I still have a pot of Cara to open. I must remember to save some seed potatoes for myself out of that. Well, I'm liking the looks of these so far. Quite possibly this would be the 4th variety that I will add. They're a decent size. I think I got everything out of there. Let's see what they taste like when I cook them. And again, this soil is very wet, so they're looking dirty, but they're still coming out of the pots in good conditions. And again, for 4 seed potatoes, that's not much more than I would have gotten with 1 seed potato, I'm sure. So whatever I plant in the smart pots next year, probably just the Linzer Delikatess. The others I think I'm going to grow in the ground. I will definitely only put 1 seed in each one of those pots. It's a waste of your seed potato to put more in them, I guess. They're a 7-gallon pot. Perhaps if it was larger, it would work better. But anyway, I'll put the weight on the screen, and there. That'll have to be baked, I guess. It's a nice looking baker. Well, it is now October 19th. I almost said November 19th. It's feeling more like it, I think. We've had 3 frosty nights in a row, real heavy frosts. And that is ice, as you can see, in the bottom of my wheelbarrow. A little water still underneath of it. It hasn't frozen all the way down, but there was a bit of rain yesterday, and it got some water in the wheelbarrow that I didn't dump out, and it's frozen. And these, I'm hoping my potatoes aren't destroyed. It just seems to be the top little bit of soil. Some of it has got a frozen crust on it. So I'll hope for the best here. This particular variety is called Gold Rush. I just threw the tag on the ground. How many? 1 seed potato is all I had. And the write-up on it says, Gold Rush is a great alternative to russet Burbank, which has been a staple in many gardens for years. Gold Rush is an early maturing russet variety, great for boiling and baking, and it said it was a mid-season potato. Well, it's definitely a late season here, I guess. Uh-oh. Guess now I'll have to get rid of that water before I do anything else. Bottom of the smart pot stuck to the ice. Today is election day in Canada, after what for us has been a very long election period, 78 days. We're glad to see the end of it, but voting is still going on at this point in time anyway. Polls don't close for 3 or 4 hours yet. So. This is not looking good. Wouldn't make any difference if these froze or not, I guess. There's one decent one. I guess I'm getting a few more down in here. Soil is very cold on the hands. I'm in the cabin with a fire going, enjoying the first fire in there. I guess you probably will have seen that video before this comes out. I'm going to put this video up along with several other reveals that I've done over the last couple of weeks. I'll put it up as a whole video of reveals. It will be the end of the reveals for this year. ice and thinking it's a potato. Well, they look okay. I don't think they were frozen or anything. I guess the next few days will tell. Anyway, from one seed potato, that is not much of a yield, so whether I like this variety or not when I try it, I suspect it's not going to be one of the ones that I order next year. You can see what they mean by close to a russet, though. It does have a russet looking skin. I will put the weights up, as I've said before, once I get these up to the house and weigh them. Keep them all separate here. Now, what will we come up with next here? This is Nicola, and this is my second pot of Nicola. I really like these. I don't know if I'm not going to expect very much in this, because this is getting toward the end when I was planting them and ran out of smart pots. I put 5 seed potatoes in this, which is never good. The more seed potatoes I use, the less I seem to get. But I really like the Nicola potato, and it's one of the ones that I plan to order seed potato for next year. These are not very big. There seems to be quite a few of them so far anyway. Just finding the rotten seed potatoes this time. Some of the varieties that I've been doing, I haven't been finding the seed potatoes. Completely disappeared. All quite small this time. It must be because there was so many planted in the smart pot, because the first batch that I did of Nicola were a good sized potato, and I really like the potato. They're easy to cook. You can boil, steam, or bake or roast, and they perform well under all the circumstances, so that's what I prefer, I guess. Well, a lot of them, but there were, as I said, 5 seed potatoes, but there's no great size here. I guess probably because they were competing for the nutrients. So many seed potatoes in one pot. These are only 7-gallon pots, as I probably said before. Don't see any others, so that's it, I guess. Bags. My hands are freezing. It's supposed to get a little milder over the next few days. Still very seasonable temperatures. It'll be down close to freezing every night and warm up into the low double digits in the daytime. As good as it gets from now till next spring, I guess. Well, that's not bad. It's a pretty good amount, but 5 potatoes to get there. So quite compare as well. And the last one is my last pot of Cara. There were 3 seed potatoes. Cara that from my own saved seed potato from last year. And I must remember to save some of these. Take these frozen bits of soil off the top. Must remember to save some of these so I can plant them again next year. I like Cara very much. They're a very nice potato. Ooh, nice size too. And as I said, 3 seed potatoes in this. Not getting as large as the ones that Brendan's been revealing, but I'm very pleased with these, Brendan. Nice second year, I think, with my own seed potato. I empty this wheelbarrow full of soil into the area where I'm stockpiling it for the winter. I plan to start a new bed for squash. I will have to be careful when I dump it out because I'm quite sure that I'm not getting everything. I've got so much soil here. You're probably saying something like, yes, you missed one up there to the left or something. I have gone back different times and watched the video and seen where I buried a potato. Never did get it, so I have to come back out and find it. Yeah, I think that is it. These are my Cara. I'll save 3 or 6 or so, I think I'll save the more medium-sized ones, something like that. Bring them through for next year's seeds. And that concludes this video of nothing but potato reveals. The last potato reveals for 2015. Thank you very much for watching.